What we have here is a 1952 Model G, John Deere Model G. We just went and picked it up from a gentleman in the valley who agreed to sell it to us. He has a very large collection of cars and tractors, and this one had just been sitting for several years. Sold it to us in what is really pretty good condition. He had tried to get it running, but didn't have much luck. But we went up and put a new carburetor on it, one that I had rebuilt. This is actually a DLTX Model 71 from an A. It had a big nut carburetor on it, a DLTX 51. But as you can see, the fuel in the float bowl there is just kind of turned to varnish. You can see it was leaking some fuel out of the bottom of the other carburetor. It's just got this varnishy tar that was just all clogging up that other carburetor. So I've cleaned up that other carburetor, but in the meantime this has got this 71 on it, and it's a little bit different. Typically we haven't bought tractors in this good a shape, but the gentleman agreed to sell it to us for, well, it was $3,000 bucks, so it's a lot of money, but it is in really pretty good shape. And when we put that new carburetor on it, put an auxiliary fuel tank on it, it just started right up. Being a 1952, it's got a couple cool things. I like the rims that have these little round windows in them. They did that with the later, in the early 50s, the later letter tractors. It has a water pump on it. None of our other letter tractors have a water pump. This one has a Roll-O-Matic on the front end. We don't have any Roll-O-Matic tractors, so that's cool. And then it also has, he's upgraded the electrical system on it, put a alternator on it, and then it has a distributor and a coil here on it rather than a magneto. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drain out all that bad gas and see how clean or dirty the tank is inside there. Put in some new gas so that then we can run it on its own fuel system rather than that auxiliary tank which we used to pick it up today. So yeah, there it is. I'm going to try to show you down inside this tank so you can see how dirty it is. Let's see. We're going to have to take this tank off and take it to a radiator shop or something, have them boil it out because it is filthy in there. Here's the fuel I pulled out of it. You can see it's just orange. And that's the fuel that was in it. Not good. Well, now that we know the gas tank is really dirty, we've got our auxiliary tank back on. We're going to fill it up, start it, and pull it into the garage or the shop.
This tank.
There it is. Starts right up.